I ain't gonna lie. That shit gave me chills.
Links Mafia on the beat.
I overcame all the obstacles I've been through. Tell my losses and the blessings, I ain't quit fool. Promise my fam I'ma make them smile. Please trust the process, I know it's been a while. Yeah, Chronicles of Jesse James, episode 4, doc series. We back on my block with it right here, you know what I mean? This was the first place coming out my crib, you go right or left. This was to the right of me, you know what I'm saying? This building right here. My homegirl Tawana lived in there. Taina lived. Rest in peace to her pops. On that block, you had my son Spoon, my nigga Austin, his brother Mercer. You had motherfucking pimps, Decky and Shy. I don't know if you from East New York. You never heard of Decky, Shy? You know what I'm saying? They the OG pimp niggas and shit from out here. They used to be on this block right here where Shy lived down there. Shy used to have the motherfucking Rolls Royce, big ass water bed. Back in the days, niggas had water beds and shit like that, you know what I mean? But this block right here, that shit was always calm. But if you come this way, right, real quick, this was cowboy shit. This shit was like, it was always like a little laundromat, then they turned it into a bodega and shit. We used to be right here on this building, on this little porch and shit, playing Skelly. I never forget, one day, this right here was like a little garbage can, the green garbage can. One day, me and my mom's coming through, and niggas is coming from this way. One nigga running from this way, and he stopped right here. Me and my mom's right here, another nigga right there. They just got the bang out. They having a bang out, crazy, bang, bang. Me and my mom standing right here by the garbage. I'm a little nigga. I'm like, oh shit, son, stop right here. They just gunning. That was life in East New York for me and shit. Word, my little people used to live in this crib, Puerto Ricans and shit. I forgot my son's name. My nigga Pablo. Rest in peace to my man Red. That was like my best friend. He got killed right here on this corner. It was like one day we was riding bikes. Then the next day, the nigga just came through with the Cressida. Like, what the fuck, where the fuck you get that from? He's selling mad drugs, young and shit, word, man. And I went to jail and shit, and then they killed him and shit by mistaken identity. He was in the car with the wrong person, and they was trying to shoot somebody else, and they killed my man Red, word. Then you had my son Adam and his brother and shit. But yeah, shit look nice now, man, but it's a lot of stories over here. Mr. Cowboy owned this shit right here. I can't think of their names right now, but this building was lit. I used to be on this roof throwing shit off this roof. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you look at that building again, right? So that building right there, as I was growing up, I knew friends in there and shit, but then later on in my later years and shit, they started hustling in there. They started selling weed in there in the basement and shit. I booked that shit like 4 or 5 times. Like, you ain't selling no drugs on my side, word. But yeah, I used to get them niggas all the time. They hated me, word to mother. You know what I'm saying? Real quick. This building, this with Pablo, Red, and all them, they used to live in this building right here, these two buildings, one of these two buildings. Because I think this one of them was abandoned for a long time. Word, the family, they all lived there. All these shit's been, you know what I'm saying? This Cowboy old shit. Cowboy owned this. This was a bodega. I'll never forget, one day I come in the joint, it's a nigga, he mad diesel, like, tall, brolic. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? You a wrestler? Nigga like, yeah, shorty, I'm a wrestler, man. But making a long story short, man, rest in peace to Convertible, man. They had killed him up the block on Milford between Pickens and Glenmore, man. That shit broke my heart to like come outside and see son laid on the ground for mad hours. My man Convertible, word, he was cool, you know what I mean? Even that day, I'm a little kid, I'm probably, 8, 9, son gave me like a dub. Like, hey, shorty, well, like, had me thinking he was a wrestler and shit. That shit was crazy. You see that beauty salon
That beauty salon, so that used to be my escape and shit. It wasn't a beauty salon back then. Back then, it was a game room. That's where I used to go play my Contra, Shinobi, Street Fighter, and Bubble Bobble and shit. Goldo had that. You know what I'm saying? It was a nigga out here named Goldo. Rest in peace to Goldo, you know what I mean? But this was his block. Him, Eddie Ed, Mickey, they was from over here, which is who Red and Pablo and all was related to. So they had this shit in the frenzy right here. They had this bodega, they had that shit right there. My big homie French lived in that building right there. Yeah, nah, this corner was crazy at one point or another, man. And you had to be like a solidified, certified person to ever be able to just even sustain in this area around them times, you know what I mean? Like right now, it's beautiful, you know what I'm saying? In contrast to where it used to be, it looks beautiful, you know what I mean? In fact, right there where that parking space is at right there, that's where they, come right here, you know what I mean? That's where they, before we get out of here, yeah, this where they killed my man at right here. Sitting next to this crib and shit, they killed my son, Little Red. But yeah, this was Mickey, Eddie Ed, and all them shit. Goldo Block, Jughead, you know what I'm saying? This was they shit. And then, God bless the soul. If you look right here and shit, like right in back, right where that kind of like, where that little truck is at. You look right here, come right here real quick. You see where that little SUV is at? That's where they killed Cochise. Rest in peace to Cochise, man. That was family. He was another big homie that was like influential in my life, and he used to see me as a little kid and just grab me up, give me a couple dollars to do whatever, just school me, you know what I'm saying? Word, I had to, you know, see him out here, man, and shout out to his son, Lil Cochise, you know what I mean? That's family. Rest in peace to Boomer. That's Fountain, Belmar, you know what I'm saying? Big homie Cook, that's they block. But I ain't gonna keep y'all for too much longer, because you know what I'm saying? It's just episode 4. I got a lot of shit that I experienced out here on these streets of East New York and in Brooklyn, so we got a lot more fucking episodes. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all just stay in tune. And again, you know what I mean? This is my experience, my perception of what I went through growing up in East New York. So, you know, I ain't really trying to tell nobody else's story. I'm telling my story. What made me me, and how come I am who I am. That's all, you know what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned, because it's top slugger season, man. And you see this shit, man, look. I'm out here doing clothes now. Life is good, you know what I'm saying? It's that worldwide hunting gear, man. And shout out to my brother motherfucking IG on the motherfucking visuals behind the cam, man. We out of here to the next motherfucking episode, man. Top slugger season, you heard?